Hello, Trevor. How's life in the almost Ozarks?
I don't want them to be.
That's fine. There's no reason for you to have soggy tortillas.
Do not judge me.
Never. We bought these grapes for the grandkid. We thought they were going to be like really sweet grapes or whatever. And these things are tart as can be. They'll lock you up. They'll make you tear up a little bit. He won't eat them. They're like Sour Patch Kid grapes or something. He eats the red ones though. I'm kind of expecting C103 to show up. There's Wayne. Wayne was just live, and Chipper was over there. I didn't see the end of the live because I once had to ask my wife something, and then right.
Now he's smacking it.
Yeah, now I'm trying to eat these sour ass grapes, and do the live stream thing. There wasn't I mean, I didn't have any input for what they were talking about on Wayne's or whatever. I'm not a veteran. I just watch war movies and stuff. And eat cheese and grapes. And drink coffee. And Wayne, now it's because you don't have one. I'm not wearing no cap and hat, but I get to make it Saturday now. Is this at Tillamook or something? Still pretty good though. I know y'all know what these are, those little single serve cheese things or whatever. Basically, you don't have to cut your own slab of cheese off the block. You just unwrap it. It's one of our little guilty pleasures. So something we allow ourselves. We don't give ourselves a lot of luxuries, do we? Well, you don't.
I buy a stacker of pickles so they fit in my tortillas better.
But you got to keep her out of the prepper pantry though, because she'll just open the pickles and just sit there and eat them. I'm not exaggerating. What'd you call that one with it's the white and the yellow cheese together? What's it called? Colby?
Colby.
Oh, jeez. Usually just get the one, the cheddar or whatever, the mozzarella. Which actually, I don't know, I like sharp cheddar now too. I didn't used to. The bull has made friends with the goats. He no longer bullies them. He detests their water container, though. He figured out he could spill it. And that's his go-to game. How he got his... She had the gate changed up so it was wide enough the goats could go through. There's no way that bull was going to fit through that gap. The bull was in there trying to dump their water. Which, when he discovered the missus had tied it to the fence post, he was quite upset about. It was fixed to snap that rope, though. He was going to snap that rope or break that buck or barrel, whatever thing it's called.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't like my cheese spicy. I like a shredded pepper jack on just a little on omelet, but cheese is cheese and peppers are peppers, and they shouldn't come in the same wrapper. That's just, that's, which is weird because I absolutely love jalapeno poppers. It's the only way I like jalapenos. If they're not packed full of, was that Philadelphia cream cheese and wrapped with bacon, I'm not interested. That's she turned the ice maker on, I think.
Oh.
Has anybody ever actually eaten Swiss cheese with the big holes in it? I'm asking for a friend. I mean, I've never seen it in the store here. What? Let's see. Today we spent $250 on our push mowers. Well, other than the fact that you have to start it and stop it with a screwdriver. It works fine. And anyway, but we're gonna start bagging the grass and dumping it over the fence to the critters so they can eat it or not eat it. It just seems silly just to mow the yard and do nothing with it. So we bought, and honestly, that's only 1.5 bales of hay or whatever. So seems like a good investment. Hey, Carol. And see, I think I may have tried it once, and I think it was just just there. Now I like fresh mozzarella cheese. My wife won't eat it. Or what? No, will you eat the string cheese?
No, I will not eat string cheese. The texture's wrong.
But you can put it on pizza, and then all of a sudden it turns into good cheese.
Only if they don't put too much. If there's a lot of cheese on the pizza, I pull the cheese off. same way. I mean, I can't eat a lot of cheese on enchiladas or burritos. I pull the cheese off because if there's too much cheese, the texture is bad.
And see, they always ask me if I want cheese on my burritos at the burrito shop. I'm like, no, because you put too much cheese.
Yeah, see, I always ask no, or I always tell them no.
They're like, you don't want no cheese? I said, yeah, I want to be able to taste the freaking eggs in the sausage, okay?
Yeah.
I don't, if I wanted a cheese burrito, I would say, hey, can I have a cheese burrito?
It grosses me out when people order cheese pizzas.
Yeah, cheese pizzas that's never made no sense to me. I wish Pinocchio's would go back to making pizza the way they used to make it.
I prefer my burgers without cheese. I don't like the melty, stringy cheese.
I don't like it when they separate the cheese from the patty and you got cold cheese on top of your lettuce. I'm like, what part of the world are you from? I mean, that's, in Texas, we put the freaking cheese, the slice of cheese on the patty while it's still in the damn fire because it's supposed to be melted. Hey, Trajan. I did not see. I was talking to her about food. And I was not
Cheese.
not watching the thing. I keep forgetting you're a transplanted Yankee. They're Mr. Peanut butter, banana, mayonnaise, and cheese sandwich. I'll make you one if you eat it.
No, like I said, you ain't putting mayonnaise on nothing. I mean,
That's true. I actually deliberately ordered a burger with mustard on it today. Come on, Carol. One of y'all two got to eat that and tell me how it is. I put Tang in my milk. You got to drink that pretty quick, by the way. And it does taste like a creamsicle, whatever the hell that is. The push-up tastes like an orange push-up that you get from the thing, but it doesn't stay that long. It turns into freaking orange flavored cottage cheese. What it turns into. Now wheat bread. I don't want white bread. I like my toast to be a white bread. I want my sandwich on wheat bread. I actually prefer whole wheat bread. And lightly toasted with butter. Cállate. He's not hurting you. When he hurts you, you can mouth at him. Quit freaking harassing the cat. Rye has a really, I don't want to, it's not bitter is not the right word.
Yeah, well,
it's not bitter. It's yeasty. It's got a real, it's yeasty. It tastes yeasty. It tastes sour, maybe. It's too sour. And see, I don't really like sourdough either. It's okay, but yeah, rye has its own flavor, and there are some I actually like hot roast beef on rye. That's actually bear with me. Hot roast beef, American cheese, and on toasted rye, but of course you put butter on it, and then I want the beef broth. Yeah, I love that crap. That's a good sandwich. There used to be a place here that you could get them, and now there's not. No. So what do you do now? Just peanut butter, mayonnaise, or bread. So you just put the cheese around the banana and have a banana cheese wrap. You could dip that in some yogurt. Some chocolate yogurt. They make chocolate yogurt.
I don't think so.
I don't think they make chocolate yogurt. Yeah, I need to cut out bread, but that's not going to happen. Okay. All you aficionados or whatever. You see this? Oh. Really heavy. Hope my laptop is okay. It's a SRC 270. Yeah, it's made in the U.S. Like everything on it says made in the USA. Everything. Everything is called a made in the USA stamp. Who made this real?
Ron, did it used to be fake?
Huh? We've been trying to dad joke each other into a coma for the past week, I guess. She's actually coming up with some pretty good ones. Yes, it used to be fake. Now Ungrateful is grilling the banana peanut butter sandwich. Somebody told me to try a grilled peanut butter sandwich once. Like they said, do it just like you're doing a grilled cheese. There was explosively hot. I mean, like the oil you would pour off of the side of a castle. That was flavored like peanut butter inside my sandwich. I will never do that again. Now, peanut butter on toast, that's okay. I'll do that. But I mean, I'm not superheating peanut butter and trying to eat it ever again. Y'all deliberately grill peanut butter.
Why?
I don't know. Me thank you. You're such a good woman.
I know.
I mean, I haven't had a real banana sandwich around here in forever because I don't want to listen to out of people. But oh, good, running out of the room and stuff. Mom would let you have a banana growing up, but you better make a sandwich out of it. So we would make you get two sandwiches out of one banana. You'd put mayonnaise on the bread, put the banana in there, and then chow down. And I think Mom knew what she was doing because she got us all to eat 4 slices of bread and a banana and get the hell back out of her house.
Y'all are over there from the Coon areas or whatever.
Yes, we're from the real South.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm a Texan. I ain't eating no banana sandwich.
I was raised by a Cherokee living in a swamp in Louisiana. There's nothing wrong with me. The peanut butter is still going to get hot. And then you bite into the grilled peanut butter sandwich. And the next thing you know, you have a lot of little taste buds screaming and hollering, "We surrender! What the hell? Find some milk. Eat some ice. We'll never complain about a jalapeno again." You know, that stuff. We didn't have peanut butter unless they were giving away the government peanut butter. So the bananas were always super, super cheap. It's like 5 cents a pound or something like that. I don't remember. Bananas were cheap. Bananas and white bread were cheap. Mom started making her own bread. I was actually really, I miss that bread. It wasn't, there was more body to it than store-bought white bread. And I don't know, it just tasted better. Did not want to try to toast it. It didn't make good toast. It was good bread though. That was a long time ago. I haven't had any of my mother's homemade bread in 45 years. When all the kids moved out, she quit making it. So, yeah, I've got my barn almost dried in. Actually, we had a rain and I didn't get any water in the building. The actual roof is on. I'm closing off the ends of the gables now. I guess that's what you call it. Gables. Which is actually kind of a challenge because the front and rear walls aren't square. The building wasn't square. It was square-ish. I put the last half of the roof or the framework for the roof up by myself. That was a little challenging. All things considered. 20 years ago, I'd have done the whole thing by myself in a couple of days. It'd take me a week, I guess. Because there was a lot of moving and move stuff from one end of the building to the other end of the building, climb over stuff, work around shells, try not to set the world on fire. It's hard to weld and be your own fire safety dude at the same time. It's kind of tricky. I actually started a fire today. It was a little one though. Yes, I can, Chipper. I can. It's really good. I used to not eat it was weird. I would eat all the crust on store-bought bread except for that little part across the bottom. I don't know why. That was just like the grossest thing ever to me. And then Mom started baking her own bread, or again. Apparently, store-bought bread was something relatively new to her. And she was a little rusty when she first started making it again. But anyway, 2 weeks into it was the first couple of batches were not the greatest bread ever. But then after she had everything going, because it's like a process, it's something you have to keep going. And anyway, that was so good. But after the bread that she made, I would eat it all the way, that bottom crust of everything, the heel. We used to fight over the heel on that stuff. Like literally, I remember one time, the two oldest brothers got into it really, really bad over a freaking heel. One of them already had it buttered up and was fixing to eat it, and the other one ran by and snatched it or something. I can't remember. It was. I know there was bad fight, really bad fight, and I mean, we always wrestling around. It's just what little hillbillies do. But my mom would always watch him. She'd come out there with a grubbing hoe, and I ain't never seen it. It's like ninja skills. She'd bounce that grubbing hoe on the ground within earshot of those guys, and that head slid right down the handle, and she bent over and scooped that puppy up and stepped into both of them, gave each one of them a decent little tap. Told them the fight was over. I mean, my mama was fixing to walk into the two oldest boys with a freaking pickaxe handle. And the way she did that, I think she done that before. Just saying. Hey, T-Boy. Hi, anybody that I've missed in the chat not paying attention. I'm all reminiscing. Huh? But anyway, yeah, them heel after I get a piece of bread. I ate it all. I ate the heel. I ate the bottom crust, the top crust. I actually peeled the crust off and eat it before eating the sandwich. So, yeah. It's weird the things that set us on the who we are. Still make biscuits the way my mama did, which they're good. Oh man, that biscuits in forever. Now I'm gonna be eating biscuits again. So much for staying off the carbs. The how'd you get on bread anyway? I was talking about the dadgum barn. Anyway, glance back at that freaking side chat again, I guess. Hoping the barn will be finished by Tuesday. But it's amongst when we're starting the barn, we had to put up fence, and we put up a trellis just before we went live for the climbing beans in the garden. They're the only beans that made it. None of the other, even the second planting of beans, they sprouted and then died. There's some kind of hatch. The ground just got all these holes. I guess they're maybe 3/8, half an inch across. There's perfectly round holes all over the garden. So the grubs ate the. I think I had more grubs out there in the garden than I thought. So I think they literally ate everything in the garden. I think they actually got into the roots on the butternut squash, but butternut squash will put roots down off of the knuckles. So, it got the tap root cut, but I think we kept watering, and I think they're going to be okay. We're not going to make any corn. It's too hot. We may get some green beans. We're not going to get any okra. We're making a few tomatoes and a few peppers. We actually did really good on bell peppers there at the beginning, but when it got hot, they kind of backed off. None of that. It's just this homestead and stuff is just work. It's just work, constant work. That's all you ever do is work. Because anybody wonders. I don't know. Chipper, I never watched her do it. And she may have been using yeast or whatever, but she always had bread on the rise. Every time I go in there would be a pan with bread with a towel over it. And I just thought it was something that she kept going all the time. And it may have just been that, she did what it took, because it was a lot of kneading. No, she did get a. Somebody gave her. No, they didn't. That's wrong. I started to laugh. She wanted one. It was like a mixer thing or whatever, but it wasn't a mixer. It was literally this super duper tough thing that you put the dough in there and it kneaded it, basically. It just kept kind of like taffy stretching it. And one of her friends had one, I think. Well, usually, but and potatoes, we did okay on the potatoes we put out. Everything we did late, and literally we were a good 4 weeks behind. And it's weird for some of the people on here or whatever. Oh, yeah, we are. I mean, you got to put potatoes in the ground here the last of February, 1st of March, because potatoes really don't like it when it gets hot. We're going to put potatoes out again in August because it's starting to cool down then. And we've got, September, October. All we got to do is keep the frost off of it. As long as we keep an eyeball on the frost and don't let it frost them in October, we should be able to make another set of potatoes. And because potatoes actually make pretty quick. So, if we can get our hands on seed potatoes. Like I say, we was poor. We didn't have hardly. She had a hand mixer. And all that bread she needed that shit by hand. We had a butt ton of chickens. I don't even know how many chickens anymore. No, we had more than one hen house. They were attached, but we lost 167 birds in one night to a dog attack. That's where I learned to shoot dogs. I have no qualms about shooting a dog. I don't have qualms about shooting my dog. I don't have qualms about shooting the neighbor's dog. That turned something off in me when I was a kid. I mean, anything that'll do that. So yeah. There's zero tolerance for chicken killing dogs. Boom. That's one strike. That's it. Actually, stupid wherever he's at. He got after him, and he's been in there with me feeding the chickens. He never gave him a second look. We started playing with one of them, and he got feathers in his mouth. He didn't kill the chicken, so he's lucky. Yeah, and there's a lot of guys out there that are not guys, people out there that add those mixers or whatever. I know our landlord had one. His wife had one, I guess. I'm gonna turn that damn banner off. Either Mark's not coming or he's been in here and he just can't stop reading it. And in which case I feel really bad for that. Honestly, man, I don't even know when St. Patrick's Day is. And that, like, the first part of March or something. If the wind gets up, don't go outside, Carol. You'll be fine. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I can stand up now. I'm gonna take you out on the back porch with me. Hold on. Let me kill the camera. Opsec type stuff or whatever. Whoops. I guess I better unplug you too. Not hit the escape button. I hit the escape button the other day when I was trying to do something like this. I have a little tan shadow. Just in case anybody wants to make fun of me, yes, the dog sleeps in my room. He doesn't sleep in the bed. I have standards. I don't know. Y'all tell me if that wind's bothering you too bad. And then I can go Dr. Phil on you and tell you to suck it up, buttercup. I can see it making little booshies. Carol says they got a tornado. Is it a warning? Warning. I told her not to go outside if the wind started blowing. You know how to tell if you're going to die in a tornado? You look up and you see stars and cars and stars and cars. What do you call it? The tornado that hit the little town that Mom and them lived in was one of my mom's favorite stories. The literally whole houses would be gone, and there would be like the chimney would still be standing in one wall, but the chimney and the wall would be opposite each other. They said they were just walking down the bar ditches, and you'd see a mason jar lid, and you reach down and you pick one up, and it'd be busted, and there'd be nothing in it. You reach down the one right next to it and pick it up, and it'd be a full jar of peaches, green beans, pickled okra, whatever. He said everybody was just walking around picking food up out of the ditch. And Dad went to help a guy clear some stuff at his place, and there was one wall left standing on one of the buildings, and there was an axe leaning up against it, and my dad went to get the axe and it wouldn't move. So the guy told him to leave it on, and they threw a rope around it and jerked the axe away from the wall. And when they pulled the axe from where it was, the wall went ahead and fell down. That just, my mom was, she lived through that when she was in her 20s, I guess. Teens, maybe. I don't think her and dad were together yet. But, so it'd be teens. Anyway, she didn't like tornadoes after that. When we found a house that had a storm shelter. The end. Oh, y'all got hit again? Oh, Dios was telling me about his place that he's staying or whatever. And he's living in one of the houses that was built to be tornado resistant up there and where he's at. It was, I guarantee you, it was built after 1971 or whenever it was. Do you remember when that went through? Well, sorry.
Why would I remember? I was an infant.
I was.
You're old.
Shut up. I was probably out ramping my sister's bike over a pile of dirt and a board. Mine was already broken. Actually, we only had one. Damn. Y'all can all keep that kind of stuff. $60 miles per hour, that'll tear some stuff up, Chipper. We had that not tornado come through here a few years ago. We had 100 to 110 mile per hour straight line winds. And it tore a lot of people's stuff up. Roof, siding, windows. This house we're in right now, it lifted it used to have a patio awning back here. It lifted the patio awning up, and either one or two of the posts were driven through the roof into the interior of the home. Quit chasing bugs, and it's definitely not chasing them down there. You are not hungry, stooge. You know, if you would just learn to lay down and take a nap, you wouldn't be skin and bone. I feed you twice a day. We had 50% humidity a couple days ago. I thought I was going to die. Well, it's 50% humidity and the wind was like 3 miles an hour. That's nothing. That's what you get if you're taking a walk. You know. which was okay if I was walking into the wind. There was a little breeze, but if I was walking with the wind, it was murder. And you can't just keep walking into the wind, or you wind up in the next county. You got to go through stickers and everything. There you go, Mark. Been waiting for you. I was actually starting to worry that I'd maybe put you into a hypnotic trance or something, and that wasn't what it was. And you just barely got out and were able to say hi, and then I just put you back in it. That's really going to make me feel bad. All right, Wayne. Talk to you later. I did enjoy your live stream, though. What of it I got to listen to. Now, I was just joking. I've never been in the Confederate Army. I thought he had something really big and good.
Grab my shoe and I'm gonna punch you.
Hazel, go get your ball. If you want to play with something, go get a ball. Don't pretend like you can't hear. Let me fix the banner. I really don't want him to put him in the corner. This, my tickers actually used to make sense. They're just like ways to pick on C103. I was talking to the wife, telling her, griping about the garden, having to water and this, that, and everything else. The fact that the scorching hot wind has destroyed any chance of harvesting corn this year. And saying if we just moved somewhere where there was rain. And she was like, and ticks and better chances of nuclear fallout. There was a list. she's got a list of reasons why not to, as well as a list of reasons to. So. I wouldn't mind having some of that land up there around Betty Boo. I would actually I would breed that guy and just graze him and his whatchamacallit.
Yeah, but I can't make as much money in other states as I can make here.
I know.
Licensed here.
Yeah, I know. You don't want to have to start over with the licensing and everything.
No, I'm a little bit old to have to do that.
Oh, you're not even a little old. Yeah. You just hatched. But it's so pretty in the spring here. And you only have a few, literally, you have 2 and 3 day stretches of cold here. And then it's warm again. You literally, every once in a great while it'll get cold and stay cold here for what, a couple weeks, longest run, and then it's not really cold for 2 weeks. It's just, you're like, it's only 56 degrees outside. I'm gonna go out there. That kind of cold. And you're looking at 50,
No.
55, 56 in the daytime. It gets down to like 40 at night. And you're like, oh, brr. You wake up in the morning, like, I don't want to go outside yet. It's cold. But then, I don't know, last of January, and first part of February, man, that's cold. That's cold. It's cold right then. It can get real cold at the end of February, too, though. But by the end of February, that's it. I mean, and you can plant a lot of stuff like radishes and turnips and stuff like that, spinach and everything in February. You just have to watch the weather and be ready to go out there and put plastic down over it. What are those little, what do they call them? Bed hoops or whatever, little, where you put the plastic down and it's just a little tunnel that, anyway, you can buy the wire for them, or you can make your own wire. And you just take 3-foot white plastic and drape over it and put bricks or firewood on the edges. We kept those tomatoes going that one year until
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah. And if that wind hadn't blown the freaking tarp off and got in there, we'd have still had them too. I mean, we were like picking tomatoes every day in December. But when it was going to be cold, we would go out there and we would wrap it up and we would plug, we had two lights in there. There was a couple of times the outside of the plants got burnt a little bit. Anyway, it was fun. That was fun. That was when we were still like super stoked about this homesteading business. Made the mistake of getting some dirt from somebody to raise the bed higher or whatever, and apparently the dirt had been treated. Man, it didn't grow anything the next year. It's like it killed the dirt. So be real careful about where you get your dirt. Yeah, we finally got the garden up to where we didn't have to worry about the chickens. Guess I'm gonna put them on the leash a few days or whatever with me while I go around while the chickens are out. Make sure he understands that that's a no-no. I really like this dog. He's chewing on a stick. I think he would be beneficial to the place if he will learn what he's supposed to do. still, there's not a single breed of dog I would recommend to anybody for homesteading but a Catahoula. Nothing. I mean, Great Pyrenees are chicken killers, or can be. Labradors, retrievers.
Well, like Sadie, we had her way before we got chickens, and she never even looked at
Never
them
looked at them
twice.
twice. But anything else looked at them, and she was all over it. Raccoons, bobcats, foxes. I ain't never looked sideways at a chicken.
It's because they're as big as you.
Yeah, I guess so. It's weird that he'll trail fox though, because I mean fox same size as him. Now, 1-on-1, and I don't know why. Now you're getting kind of old, man. But until this year, I wouldn't have put money on that fox for nothing. 2 of them though, that was a little stupid. But they were in the tree and you weren't, I guess. I'd been a good dog. Although I don't want you to hear that though, do I? You're an ugly bastard. You know that? Yes, you are. I guess I could have turned the camera back on. We're outside. Y'all want to see? This is the outside. This is the outside world. There's my oak tree that still hasn't died. Y'all like the light? It's yellow. On here, I guess it's got some kind of filter. It doesn't look yellow. This is my last year's daddy's Father's Day. You're really getting mean in your young age. She's got a whole repertoire of fat jokes somewhere. Guess she's been saving them up or something. She sure does enjoy telling them though, or making them. Come here, hey, come here, Hazel. Come on. Hazel. Here. Come here. Don't you love me? Don't you love me? Don't you love me?
I says, I love you. I'll be seen.
Yeah, he'll jump up here. Blue. Well, now you're gonna come up. Get off the other dog. He's not a chihuahua. Stop biting.
He's a biter, though.
Stop. Not the ugliest animal. I said no. 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 No biting. No biting. I will put you. I will throw you on the ground and step on you. He doesn't bite hard anymore, but he's still got baby teeth. See, yeah, that's fleeing. That's okay. That's a friendly thing. He is ticklish from here all the way back. He's just, he just can't stand it. He just is stop it. He just like breathes, seizes up. Probably shouldn't do that. That's funny. No, sir. He's a bug killing fool. No.
Even them big old
The
scary suckers.
big, what did I finally found the real name for them. What was it? Something root beetle. Anyway, they eat mulberry tree roots and a few other things. And we've got
Like 2 to 3 inches long, and bugs with pinchers, and he goes out.
apparently they're like, yeah, Their body's about 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches long, and then they got stop biting. Thank you. They got the antennas are as long as their body, pretty much. Their wingspan, what, probably 8 inches? Bust out, goes down on. Yeah, they're scary. What are you doing? This is his butt. He has climbed up in my lap, sort of. What if I look? See that? You did it. That's why you're not allowed to bite me. Freaking teeth are short. See? Look, you got here and then. Please stop biting. Yeah, see? Bully. You just bite me so you can drink my blood, you little vampire. Night, Carol. He's got functioning dew claws on his back feet. It's weird. It's weird. Dog. And I'm used to seeing the little danglers or whatever, but I've never seen the dog. Well, I've seen a couple. But I don't like you. I don't even like you a little bit. Ow. What? 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 Trying to teach him to fetch, but he's an ignorant animal. He'll do it, what, 4, 5, 6 times maybe? And then he quits. Quit it. Stop. 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 No. No. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Keep going, I'll smack you. Hit it. Don't want to hit you on camera. Okay, that's it. I'm going to make you sleep outside. Quit biting the other dog. He's going to become immune to that snap.
I think he already did.
So I think he just thinks it's
His head's made out of a brick wall because he's awful thick.
And he's thick, all right. Just got to survive the next month and a half with him. And just get him through that. I'm a total idiot. Like serious legs on that thing. He is definitely 57. I don't know what he is. I give up. He's got traits off of so many different dogs. What'd you run into, Becky? Come back awful quick. You got any more of those? Smoke one more. Where is that? The last one? Oh,
Sorry.
still trying to figure out how I got back on that bread after talking about the barn. But I don't know. Anybody following my channel will probably figure that out pretty quick. I have been neglecting my one medication again. I take it with breakfast, and I haven't had breakfast in oh 4 days. So guess what? I've taken it once in 4 days. He's actually not stupid. He's really smart. He's just trying to figure everything out. At one time, I think he's got ADHD. Hey, get down from me. Don't. I'm not going to let you climb up here again. I'm not going to do it. See, he's not dumb. He can understand the English language. He just doesn't want to sometimes. We got like a whole butt ton of onions. I want to dig one of the garlics up and see what it's done. It's so bad. I really did. Well, we got. I still got to. I haven't planted the peach trees yet. I think we need to do that tomorrow. We'll just like put them in the ground. If we don't like it, we'll dig them up and move them. Then I'm gonna go back to my deal and put one over there and one over there. And that just be the way it is. Then we won't have to look at that ugly thing that's supposed to be a house. Not allowed to trash people on here, but never let the people that built that well house build your well house. I mean, it looks okay, but then when you go in there and you realize that there's no corners, the corners aren't even nailed together. I can't believe it's still standing. If it didn't have that good roof on it, it wouldn't be. I think the whole thing. No, Hazel, drop it. Drop it. Go get your ball. Both of your balls are right over there. I can still see them. Hazel, go get your balls. Ah. Go get your ball. We did find a pear tree growing randomly on the side of the road. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We thought it was just another horse apple tree, which grow on the side of the road around here all over the place, apparently. Which I'm actually going to try to find one of those that has a decent. I know the branches don't do as well, but I'm going to see if I can find one with a decent branch. Because I don't want to cut the whole tree down just for a bow stave. See if I can try to get me a bow stave off one. My bow broke. My recurve. The upper arm snapped. Went from a 45-pound draw to like a 5-pound draw really fast. It was weird. There was no injury, but it just quit. Been trying to see if I can order new arms for it, but it's an old takedown bow. And I don't know that you can still purchase the arms. thinking about trying to make some. I'm not Riverbend longbows though. So. All right, if you get a hold of him, ask him how much. Yeah, I don't know. He's got jigs and stuff for what once he makes. I don't know if he. Maybe if I send him the arms, he might be able to do it. I don't know what it cost me. I really like that bow though. The laminate, it never occurred to me that the lamination was doing all the work. Without it being laminated like that wood's got no strength at all. So I don't know what's in there. Oh yeah. She has enough on her plate. She's trying to make me do it, which is the correct method. I have to remember to do this stuff myself. Giving up on remembering stuff is how you give into it. Yeah. She has enough trouble with her own.
Hate medicine.
Yeah, and that doesn't help is the fact that I hate taking medication. I promised myself I'd never get dependent on chemicals like that again. And now I have to take it. And I haven't been doing the oxygen the last few days either. So that's on me. I'll plug that fan in and haven't looked for another place to plug my machine. So that's on me. I bet that outlet would do that fan in that machine if I put a power bar in it. Which I got two of them out there in the barn. Don't like I don't have access to one. Kind of helping you out there a little bit, isn't it? I'm supposed to do during the day. I'm supposed to do. Was it 1 to 2 milliliters for 15 minutes or something like that? Every couple hours to keep my blood oxygen up. Which is actually really easy to do whenever I'm farting around on this, doing the stuff around here, the barn and the building. Well, you got to do something about them setting hens too. Forgot about those again today.
Told you we need to put them in
I
there.
know we need to put them in there, but got to make them some nesting boxes. And we got to move them at night or they won't. I gave the hen the legger and cross her own eggs and stuff. Need to figure out where to put it where they won't be in the heat of the sun. They're not going to do like them other ones did. They're not going to kill the ground with their crap. So they're only going to get up crap once a day. So I guess we can put him back in the edge of the
Oh,
shape.
he's got one of those again.
Oh, he's got one of the beetles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I show you all them bugs. Oh, that's not a big one.
No.
I ain't picking them up. Just a little one, but quit. Trying to show somebody something. Quit. See them bar and pink majugas right there? They get about twice this size. You want him? Yeah, that's these guys. They're actually not invasive. There's a bug.
You'll hear him cry in a minute when it pinches.
Yeah, it'll get a hold of his lip and he'll go to whining and yapping and crying and he'll finally kill it and then he'll eat it. He actually likes those. He thinks they're delicious. They're actually not a common beetle. Yeah, it got him on the side of the face. Stupid. That one's not gonna fight much anymore, man. Somebody stuck a pocket knife through his thorax. I wonder who that was. Well, I still have my compound bow, which I'm trying to set up. I want to set the compound up for the fishing, for the bow fishing. I actually found out they have long-nosed gar in one of the local lakes. And he's all upset because it didn't play for long. I said, what's wrong with this bug? It only usually, what, take about 10, 15 minutes to kill one? Oh. I never actually had, well, I had a quiver when I was a kid. I own, hold on. One, two, three. Hold on, let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 6 bows. 7 bows. 7.5 because I'm in the process of making another one. And I found I need to go buy that. I'm going to go by the guy's house and ask him if I can have some of those trees. I'm pretty sure it was the drought that killed them, so they should still be okay. I'm not going to buy them off of him, but if he'll let me. If he'll let me have a couple of them lower branches, I would really appreciate it. The most satisfying wood I've ever found to work with is the Arizona cypress is the most amazing bow wood ever. It's like super forgiving. It's really, really strong. Super forgiving. I mean, knots and stuff really don't matter. I mean, you can't have a big one right in a bend or something like that. It's okay to have knots in the bow. Yeah, Peter.
That was like stone.
Yeah, it's probably one of them little zippy doo mosquitoes we got. I'm still not used to that roof being up there, and I keep having to do a double take. I don't know why. I put all of the original tin off of the barn back on it, but for whatever reason, one of the ones that had been painted white that were from something else, they stuck right in the middle of the roof. I don't know. It's up there now. I ain't taking it back down, but there's just one white line in the roof over there. I mean, I'm gonna paint the whole roof, so it doesn't matter. I know that 45-pound was barely enough to do the gar. No, I stepped in the mud over there.
Okay.
I'm not gushing blood, thank goodness.
That's what it looked like from over here. I was like, what did you mess with now that you're sitting there bleeding?
Yeah, that's a lot of blood. If I'm bleeding that bad, somebody needs to call the doctor. But I believe it. I'm always cutting. So. Still trying to figure out how to cut my leg today. I don't know why. It still hurts, though. I know it was something on them windows, but I don't know what. It's just weird. But it's a pressure cut. So one of those pieces of aluminum fell into my leg or something. Well, I paid $15 for that compound bow when we were coming back from somewhere. There was a flea market set up on the side of the road. That's Arkansas. One of the trips we made. I was like, oh, and no way. He said, I said, how much you want for that recurve? He said $15. I had me a recurve. Like, I'll take that. I can get a both similar to the I paid $15 for the compound bow. I paid $150 for that recurve, and it was used. I can get one similar to it. It's not the same one, but it's the same weight. It's made the same way. Theory shoot the same way for $199. Brand new. But I don't. Oh, I don't know that I can justify that kind of money for something I barely get to do. There's that. My grandson made it back from his European vacation. He had a blast, apparently. He got to take care of Caribbean cruise, like 3 days or something. And they wouldn't let him fish. I didn't say, hey, Google.
No, but it was on when you
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Hey, Google. Why won't they let you fish off a cruise ship?
According to Cruise Ship Traveler, fishing from a cruise ship is not allowed for a variety of reasons. You can't toss anything overboard. It's a safety hazard to the crew and passengers, and you're not likely to catch any fish from the large ship anyway.
You don't know that. If they won't let you throw any bait over the side, you're not going to catch any fish. Plain and simple. You make rules saying you can't fish, and ain't nobody going to catch open. Nick, I guess it's still got a little juice in it. Is it still fighting you there, buddy? No, he slung his head and he lost his book. Did you find it again? Yeah, it ain't dead yet. I got it, though. I got him on the tongue. He doesn't like that. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want somebody getting hold of my tongue with a pair of tweezers either. Well, yeah, but you know, just don't really want to. I've never had a cheap recurve. Well, I've got actually one of the recurves. Two of the recurves I've got are really cheap, but they're really cheap. And this one, the only reason I bought it and paid what I paid for is because it was a really, originally it was a very expensive recurve. The first recurve, well, not the first recurve. I had a recurve. It was handmade specifically to me, because I've got long arms. How do I explain that? It was a little bit longer than most of your recurves and stuff. Anyway, I paid $1,500 for it. I could shoot pheasant with it. That was a long time ago. I used to send so many arrows downrange. It wasn't even funny. I've been shooting bows since I was 11. I hadn't really shot bows since I got with you, though. Just hadn't had time for it. I've always had a bow, though. Just never shot. Well, I don't know. I'd shoot every once. I've shot more in the last 8 years than I have pretty much our whole marriage. Just always had the stuff in the back of the closet or whatever. I didn't quit. I just took a break. It's not riding a bicycle, though, that's for sure. A lot of guys make it a lot seem a lot harder than it is. I don't like guys that go out, practice for 2 weeks and then go deer hunting. You need to practice all year and go deer hunting. That's just me. My draw is 32.5 inches. If I actually want to go comfortable, it's over 33. But I adjust my foregrip so I can go to 32.5. That's why I can't go any. My that recurve was 53 at 28, and I forget. I pulled it to the 32, and it was like 61 maybe. 62. I'd kill anything with it. It launched the shit out of arrows. And when you shoot one of those and then you try to go to a 45, which is like right at 50, the further back you go, the higher the draw. Anyway. Somebody's got that bow. I lost it in the divorce. I actually got to take it with me, but then, well, I don't have it anymore. Enough said. Speak ill of the dead. And honestly, it wasn't their responsibility anyway. That's more that Wes became a useless dopehead for a while. Anyway, that's it. I'm rambling on about stuff that don't matter, don't make no sense. I've got a few videos that I shot while I was driving. I edit. I've got to rewatch them, make sure that I use English language, and edit them out. Try to get them up. I actually found an SD card with some stuff on it I'd forgotten about. DRC, I know you was in here the whole time. You heard me saying goodbye and you try to get up from in here and like stall me. Hey, Diors. I'll go sit. But it's like after 11. I've been up since, what time did I crawl out of bed this morning? Something stupid time. The sky wasn't gray yet. I was done with my first cup of coffee before the sky lit up. I had to watch the whole sunrise though. It was a beautiful sunrise this morning. Y'all should have been here for that. There's a lot of high clouds if they were spread out. So it went through the game, but there was no clouds back in the distance to break the sky like that one I posted on Instagram the other day. And I was gonna walk over there and take a picture, but I was sitting here having coffee and enjoying it, and I just didn't do it. So I apologize for not sharing it. Was this morning the moonrise with it? That was this morning, wasn't it? Where we watched the moonrise and the sunrise. Well, the moon was way ahead of it. But I missed the moonrise by an hour and a half, so the moon was already up. But then watched the sun chase it. Watched all the stars wink out, and then watched the clouds turn gray, white, turquoise, a few hues of lavender and stuff, and then yeah, it was just pretty. Yeah, all the stars went bye bye, and then the clouds switched back to being gray. Yeah, it is. You should share that on Instagram. That's a pipe squash. Anyway, I dig. I get up. I'm wiped. I'm literally gonna make a fool out of myself if I stay on here much longer. And I don't need the help doing that. Oh, sorry for not going live last Saturday, but there was a guy live, and I just went over in his. I was in the Revolt Man's last year. I miss being the second live stream on Saturday night. I enjoyed I like being over here too, guys. You know, in the chat box. You better check with people that own that stuff. There's a lot of people that don't want that crap. But yeah, and you have all you want. Pretty compared. You're not going to dig up a mature cactus and move it, though. That's
I got plenty you can come try.
yeah. There,
Come
man.
on with it.
I got 5 or 6 you can come dig up, and I'll have to put them in your truck. That's what I meant to say, not that other part. I did not mean to appear negative. I'm fairly sure you could move those cactus. You're just going to have to water them regularly. Did that sound better? Did that sound believable at all? I will do a video on how to plant cactus, and then, yeah, come get all you want. I've got some cow's tongue. If you want something that grows fast and scary, and people are like, "No, I ain't getting in that," that's the one. I mean, it grows twice as fast as a regular cactus. But I'm trying to get rid of all this, and I want to put in the What do they call the cactus with no stickers? Anyway, I want to put in the cactus ain't got no damn stickers. I have sources to get it. I just don't have any place to put it. It tastes the same, but you don't have to do all that work. Actually, it's a little bit. That tastes a little better. It doesn't. It's not quite as sharp. It tastes great pickle. Cow's tongue bears fruit.
Huh?
Cow's tongue cactus bears fruit. It does flowers and berries and everything.
Yeah.
Not as much as the other, but well, we killed three cactus trees. I mean, literally, I'm out there with an axe trying to chop these things down. Some of the bugs are not food, stupid. We have a bug light over here, and the dog thinks it's a snack bar.
What? Zaps them?
It-
If they're not all the way in there, it doesn't totally from, and he gets to go over there and
Yep.
finish them off.
But I guess I could. I can take some of those pieces that we cut that aren't all dried out yet and stuff them in that white tote, throw some dirt on them, water the shit out of them, and come down and get them. You know, cactus have to plant next year. The cactus I'm trying to kill back over here is actually the cactus that I killed already once.
Katie did.
Oh, and
Friends.
the cactus that was on the bottom of the pile, literally the cactus will just start growing roots where the thorns were, and don't spill that bucket, Hazel. Hazel, it's on base. You have to wait for it to climb back out. I literally just gave that dog. Look at him pointing. Freaking bird dog. Anyway, yeah, we get you out of the cactus swamp. But it's really, really hard you have to grow a mature cactus. You can't just transplant it. It doesn't work that way. The root system on a mature cactus is 20, 30 foot across. They don't do tap roots. But, anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all still have, don't die. Try to call me tomorrow afternoon, Steve, and we'll talk about the cactus. But anyway, I am out of here. Good night. God bless. Stay alive. Do not die.